Aloha and welcome. As I film this practice with you today, I'm overjoyed in being here alongside of you. So thank you for being here. It's New Year's Day in this moment, and it's such an amazing time because globally everybody's coming together with enthusiasm and excitement as to how they're going to make their lives more special, brighter, stronger, more blessed place. And so to really feel the excitement of all of that is amazing. But what if it didn't have to be only on New Year's Day, that we brought this excitement and enthusiasm about how to consistently improve and be better than we were the day before, always into our lives. So I want to encourage that for you today as we come to our mats. We're going to be working out with a couple of my favorite home exercise equipments, which is resistance band and hand weights. I got a set of 15 and 10s. You're going to want to go a little heavier. We're doing legs, lower body today with the weights and with the band. Standing on your feet, let's begin. Take your hands to your heart. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. Feel the breath moving through you as if it were your first experience of connecting to your breath. Delight in the experience of tapping into yourself brand new as the breath moves in and out through your nose. As we tune into ourselves with this sensitivity, energetically we open up. Staying open, go ahead and open your eyes if they're closed, and inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, release the hands down. Now go ahead and tone the muscles of your legs into the bones so that your stance feels steady. And keep breathing like this. Inhale, the arms lift. Exhale, they release down. Bring in the freshness of this moment. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. One more time. Stay present with you as you feel your feet on the earth beneath you. With your hands at your heart, feel the warmth or the coolness of your touch. And allow these moments where I instruct you to come back to feeling, to be those opportunities that really tune you in to the moment, to the now, with presence. So you're not checked out somewhere in last year or somewhere in a moment that hasn't even come yet. So we're truly going to make the most of our lives when we stay present to where we are in the very moment. We know that to be so, each and every one of us. But it's awesome to be reminded, and it's also awesome to have the tools that we need to bring us back to our center in our chaotic, hectic, awesome, amazing lives day to day. Full inhale. You can sigh, exhale with me as you twist side to side. And come on back to center. With your feet grounded, go ahead and open and close the arms. So getting a nice active stretch through the front of the chest. Just make sure that your belly's not flopping forward, so take the sides of your waistline back. As you lift and tone the low belly, just feel that presence within your center. It's a presence that's supportive, a lift in your belly that holds you dearly. And let's go ahead and circle it back a few times. And we're gonna jack it out. Here we go. So I'm gonna move you today with a yoga stretch to open it up. Then we're gonna move into some burpees. Can't start the new year without some burpees. And then we'll go into some weight training, strength training for the lower body. The breath is an amazing tool that we can use to come back with presence into our body, into the moment. Feel the coolness in your nostrils as you inhale, and the warmth in your nostrils as you exhale. And release. Go ahead and feel that again. Inhale, feel the coolness in your nostrils and the warmth as you exhale. Oh yeah, here we be. Let's go ahead and grab our straps. So we're gonna take this resistant band right over top of the knees. You can absolutely do this exercise without a resistance band, but it's nice to have this extra tension here to really tone the outer hips. So we're gonna open our legs wide, bending the knees. We're just gonna step side to side for now. So notice how I have the band is wide. I never bring my feet close together because when I do this, I'm losing resistance. But I wanna keep that resistance. As I tap side to side, it's just a step, tap, step, tap. Let's go ahead and take the arms and reach. So if adding the arms makes the legs harder to keep that resistance and tone, then just keep the hands at the hips. Keep those shoulders relaxed as you reach. And hopefully you're starting to feel it there in the sides of the hips, the outer legs. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna increase the tension here. Go ahead and bring the strap down to the ankles. I'm gonna scooch to the side. We're gonna take a 2-step. Step, touch to the other side, step, touch. Bend those knees a little bit. And keep the resistance. Again, my feet aren't coming close together. Yours shouldn't be either. Good. With each step, feel the feet upon the earth. Here I can feel the blanket, the texture of the threads, the weave of the threads. So tap into the floor beneath you. Draw your tailbone down and feel your low back get long. Okay, keeping your tailbone rooted, relax your shoulders, lift your side ribs. We're almost there, so keep coming with me. Come on, keep going with me. Step, step, switch, step, step. We're gonna do 2 more on each side. I'm feeling it in the glutes. I hope you are too. All right, go ahead and release that tension. Oh, nicely done. Love these bands for work with the glutes and the legs. So we'll bring a little of that in, more of that in throughout the year. Let's go ahead and take a nice stretch before we up the cardio. Come to the top of your mat. With your feet grounded on the earth, take your hands to your heart and take a moment to connect to your intention behind this workout. Maybe it's to gift time to yourself. Maybe it's to strengthen your body. To energize your every cell. Keep that intention alive within you as you stretch your arms to the sky. Exhale with a long low back fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale, look up. Keep all or most finger pads on the floor as you stretch forward. So I don't want you to come up and release those hands. It can put unnecessary tension on the low back if we're not supercharged in the legs. So for now, keep those fingers supportive underneath the armpits. Inhale, stretch out of the low back, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold one more time. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, right leg back. We're in a low lunge here. Inhale, stretch the arms to the sky. As you exhale, interlace the hands behind you. Keep a bend in the elbows. Anchor the tailbone and energetically shine out through your legs. With an inhale, lift up through the side ribs, draw the palate back. And exhale, we're gonna bow through the inseam of the front leg, taking the arms overhead. Stay present with the breath. Feel the breath moving all the way in and all the way out. And then maintaining the legs hugging to the midline. Inhale, come upright, stretch the arms to the sky. And exhale, take the hands to your hips. We're gonna step onto the left foot and take a thigh stretch here. So bending the right knee, spread the right toes behind you. As you inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, anchor your tailbone. Root it down and extend generously out through both legs. Nicely done. We're gonna come back to a high lunge. So go ahead and bend your supporting leg. Stretch long through the back leg. Inhale, take the arms to the sky. And with the hands on the floor now, we're gonna jump switch. Inhale, take the arms to the sky. Exhale, interlace the hands behind you. Bend the elbows, lift the heart, draw the palate back. Feel the full expression of your heart. And remembering the fullness. Honoring the fullness. Bow, take the arms overhead. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. We know that this year is going to promise us greatness. We know this year is going to promise us challenges as well. We're so blessed to live this life where we can experience all of it. Stretch through the back heel, come on upright, lift the heart, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to hips, step on your supporting leg, come on up for a thigh stretch. The truth of the matter is we know that we are going to experience highs and lows in our lives. Go ahead and come back to a high lunge. Stretch the arms to the sky. Exhale, touch the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Breathe in deep, breathe out long. And as you walk the dog here, you can feel your calves stretching. We want to open up the bottom of those feet here. Nice. Take the hips straight back. Come forward into plank. Lower the knees, one push-up. Come back up to plank. Lift those knees, downward facing dog. We're gonna do that again. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower the knees, one push-up. Come on back up, down dog. Now you can keep the knees lifted from here on out if you'd like. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Come right back up. Downward facing dog. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale. Keep the muscles of the legs firm. Exhale. Inhale. Hips back, exhale. 1 more time. Inhale, ground the inner edges of the hands into the floor. Marking your commitment to stay present. Bend the elbows. Come back up. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Oh yeah, come onto the knees for a little cat-cow. One thing that I'm personally committing to this year is to get upside down into a handstand every single day. Inhale, lift the sits bones, lift the chin. Exhale, round the back body to the sky. Come into a neutral spine. With that being said, maybe on the first day of my period, depending on how I'm feeling, that might be a day that I choose not to invert this year. But besides that, every single day of the year, I'm going to do at least 1 handstand. I figure by the end of the year, those little teeny tiny small steps are gonna catapult what's possible for me in all sorts of realms in a handstand. So maybe you'll come aboard with me on this. And for now, let's go ahead and practice a handstand. We're gonna take it teeny tiny. Let me show you what it looks like, then we'll do it together. We step one foot in, we bring the shoulders right over top of the wrist. So keeping the shoulders over the wrist, the leg that's behind me stays straight, the leg that's under me springs. Now the leg that's straight, all I want you to focus on right here is that that leg stays straight. It doesn't bend. So it's not this. Okay, it's not kicking up bent. That's really not gonna serve you in taking the steps that you want to towards rocking this handstand in the middle of the room this year, or even transitioning new ways in and out of your handstand this year. So right off the bat, the word handstand might have triggered fear in you. And if so, I want you to breathe. We're taking teeny tiny steps right now. You don't have to kick all the way up, but you're just cultivating a trust and an awareness in yourself to be able to potentially do this. Okay, so let's just take a couple tries from down dog. Find your breath, connect into it all the way in and all the way out. Look at your hands, take one foot forward and make firm the muscles of the back leg. Keep breathing, keep looking at the floor, and go ahead and now stack the shoulders right over the wrist and lift the straight leg and spring. It's really a spring through the bottom leg that's gonna help to lift you. Okay, go ahead and continue to play with baby springs if that's where you are today. Otherwise, you can play with a full-blown handstand. Hug those legs towards the midline as you transition up. And as you come up again, there's another opportunity to make that connection, hugging into your center. Whew. You can feel a little lightheaded if you stand up too fast. So take the time you need to stand up slowly. We're gonna go ahead and come to the top of our mat. Awesomely done. Let's go ahead and get into the really heart kick-in cardio aspect of today, which is a series of burpees. We're gonna start out with 10. Come to the top of your mat. Let's do the first set slow. Bend the knees, step back, lower the knees for a push-up, and lift the knees, come on up. Okay, that's one. Let's keep there. Bend the knees, step back. You can lower the knees or keep them up on your push-up. As you come standing, get your feet parallel. One more like this. Now, if you want to stay at this tempo, or if you ever want to come back to this tempo, you can. Otherwise, we're going to start to take a full-blown burpee here. That was 6, including those 3 warm-up ones. 7, 8, come on. Feet parallel at the top of your mat. 9, 10, okay. We're taking a pause to take a breather. And then our next round is gonna be 9 burpees. Come back to the top of your mat. Here we go, down and back. 1, keep your head in alignment with your spine on your push-up. So you're not looking back at your feet. You're looking more towards the front of your mat. Come on, find your rhythm. We've got 4 more. Last one. Nicely done. And take a break. Stay heavy in your feet. Stay lifted in your heart. I'm gonna go ahead and take a break with my hands on my knees. Okay, so you may be moving faster than me, or you may be moving slower than me. Regardless, just take a break when I take a break, and step back to the top of your mat when I do. So we'll stay playing together in that way. So we might not do the exact same numbers. Come to the top of your mat for 8, here we go. Remember, the knees can be up or down on your push-ups. Feet are parallel every time they come to the top of the mat. Last 2. Nicely done. Okay, so that gave us 8 burpees. Our next one will be for a set of 7. Now, as you're coming into your push-up, I want you to make the most of it, the best of it, which means you get as much range of motion through your elbows as you can without compromising your form. No compromising of you in this set, okay? Keep the head of the arm bones lifting. Let's come to the top of our mat for 7. Here we go. Last one. Nicely done. Go ahead and take a break. Breathe in deep. Breathe out long. If you need to refine the way that you're speaking to yourself, please do. The way that we speak to ourselves, the way that we visualize the best possible outcome for ourselves is going to make or break us this year. Truly, you are the biggest influence in your life. Come to the top of your mat. Being your biggest cheerleader. 6, here we go. Right now, we're just going to take a short break. The breaks are going to get teenier now that our reps are smaller. Come to the top of your mat. We've got 5 burpees. Explode through your legs. Make these generous. Go. The focus is towards the front of your sticky mat. Yes, nicely done. We're staying focused in the direction that we're desiring, that we know we're gonna move into. 4, here we go. 1, 2, feet parallel. 3, 4, right on. Ready for a set of 3? The best 3 of this whole set yet. Come on, feet parallel, heart light, lifted, thigh strong. 3. Right on. Check that you're not hyperextending your knees at the top of your mat. 2. All right, last burpee. If you gotta crawl through it, crawl through it. Bring the best you got with a smile on your face. Here we go. Okay. Awesome, done. Way to go. That's a bunch of high fives from me. We're gonna go ahead and get a drink and grab our weights. What a powerhouse of a set. Going down the ladder from 10 to 1 in that way just gave us the opportunity to get in 55 burpees. Go ahead and take a set of heavy weights. Bend your knees to pick them up. We're gonna start with the left foot in front of the right. Here, the back heel is lifted. Ground heavily through the front heel. Actually, I'm sorry, that's where we'll step back to. So let me just face sideways. We'll go together here. Sitting at the top of your mat, lift up tall. Take the left leg back to a lunge. We're gonna pulse, 2, 3, come standing. Same side, pulse, 2, 3, come standing. Pulse, 2, 3. If you want to add the bicep curl as you come standing, curl to stand. Okay, it's a prison curl. The palms are facing in as you curl. Back 1, 2, 3, curl. Control. The speed is slow and the tempo is very integrated. Lift and tone your low belly. At the same time, you're staying incredibly heavy in your left, in your front heel. Keep going. It's back. Control up and down and squeeze with a lifted heart. Pulse. 2, 3, squeeze. Step back enough that as you move through these pulses, your front knee is bone stacked right over top of your ankle. We're gonna do 4 more. Lift your low belly, come standing tall. Last 3. Come on, I know you got more in there. Hug the legs to the midline. Stay with me, last 1. And come on up, bend the knees to lose the weight. We're just gonna relieve the hands for a moment and switch sides. Always bend your knees to pick up your weights. Here we go. Hopefully you felt that in your glutes, the back of your legs, and the quads. We're gonna take the right leg back. Pulse for 3, 2, 1. Come standing tall. The heavier you can get in your front heel, the more you will be targeting your glutes in this exercise. The happier your knees will be over the long run as well. Add that bicep curl if you want. This time curl palms to the body. So there's a little rotation of the arms, but you should not be hyperextending in your supporting leg, okay? Come standing tall without hyperextending. Now come back to me. If you're on autopilot, somewhere out in outer space, come on back here. Feel your feet on planet Earth. Feel your breath moving through the universe of you. And substantialize your presence by hugging your legs to the midline. And as you hug the legs to the midline, feel the inner thighs tone. Be present with the engagement of the legs. We're gonna do 4 more. Come on, control that pulse. It does not flail. From your hips, get nice and tall into your armpits. Nice. Last one right here, bring it. Come on, pulse it. For 3, come standing. Yeah. Nicely done. Bend your knees to lose the weight. We're gonna relieve those hands. Right on. We're gonna come back to heavy weights. This time, squatting and pulsing. Take your big weights. Awesome, awesome exercises for the glutes and legs. I'm gonna encourage you to bring in heavier weights here. I'm working with 15 in each hand. The more muscle tone you have in the legs, the greater your body's ability to burn fat when you're not working out. Down and up. It's not like we're lifting 200 pounds here. You are not gonna get bulky bulk. But by increasing the hand weights, you're going to really strengthen and bring in the muscle definition and strength in your lower body. That's not only gonna look good, not only gonna look fabulous, but that's really gonna support you in a confident, trusting, vivacious way. Okay, we're gonna take it to the bottom and pulse. So stay in the basement, draw your booty back. So there's not a whole lot of flexion in your ankles. But what's bending and lifting is there's movement in the knee joint. And the hips are going up and down. Last 8, 7, lift the low belly. Get a little taller in the torso. 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Lose the weight. Shake out the hands. And let's go ahead and organically twist. Relax those shoulders. Lift up buoyantly through your heart. Nicely done. And go ahead and settle right into the middle. So I'm just incorporating a little bit of weights today. Want to introduce you to the weights and want to keep today's practice not too long. So standing on your right leg, let's come up into tree pose. Opening up through the inner thighs, the inner groins. But what a beautifully well-rounded practice today. Yoga stretching. A powerhouse of a burpee set, which really activated our cardio, but then we kept the cardio going as we brought the weights in. I hope that you felt that. Inhale, lift the arms overhead. And hugging the foot into the inner thigh and the inner thigh into the foot, go ahead and take a little lateral side to side. And come on down. We're gonna simply swap sides. So coming into the weight, we really got to fire up the muscles of the lower legs in a potent way. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And go ahead and take it side to side. Bringing the burpees in, brought the upper body and the core sweetly into today's equation as well. So a nice full body practice where we toned the entirety of the body, where we got to work in a smooth rhythmic way, and at the same time we got to work fast twitch muscle fibers. Open the legs wide, exhale down, inhale up. Each day opens up opportunity for us for new growth. This year I'm opting to check in with myself daily and consistently. How is it that I can today be a more awesome being than I was yesterday? Turn the feet parallel. Interlace the hands behind your back. Lift the heart, draw the palate, the sides of your throat, and arm bones back. There's something very energizing about that question for me. How is it that I can be a more awesome being today than I was yesterday? For me, it's like a shot of espresso. Straight to my heart, straight to my cells. Fold over and take your arms overhead. And inhale, come on up. Just like consistently working one handstand a day. It's something that's consistently moving us forward. Let's go ahead and stand on our right leg. Take a left leg thigh stretch. I'm not asking myself how I can be better than this person or how I add up to that person. That actually drains my energy. It makes me super grumpy and not very excited about taking my next step. Switch sides. So I invite you to explore this conscious embodiment with me this year, really uprooting those patterns of us comparing ourselves to somebody else, whether we're putting ourselves up here or down there in comparison to others, and simply striving to be the best us daily. Oh yeah, release the 2 feet. Inhale, swoop the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart. We're gonna come back to the top of our mat and take the same flow that we started with, and then we're gonna call it an awesome practice. Come to the top of your mat. Yet one more opportunity to make this sequence brand new for us. Feel the feet and get even from your left foot to right foot. Keeping balance there, stretch the arms up and exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, right leg back. Make strong the back leg, stretch the arms to the sky. Keeping the back leg activated, interlace the hands behind you, lift the heart, and bow. From your pelvis, radiate brightness through the back heel. Take a nice full inhalation into your back body. Take the arms to the sky. Exhale, touch the floor and jump switch. Stay present with your breath. Hug the legs to the midline. And with an inhalation, lift up. Exhale, keeping the side ribs buoyant, interlace the hands in an opposite way. Inhale, lift the belly, lift your heart, open the heart, and exhale, fold forward. Keep the elbows slightly bent. That gives you greater opportunity to open your heart and to integrate your shoulders optimally. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, look up. Exhale, touch the floor and step back to plank. Lower the knees, point the toes, take the hips back, child's pose. Let your body soften, relax the efforts from your body. Start to lengthen and deepen your breath. As you turn into your heart, take a moment to reflect on today's practice. And if there was one thing that you would take from today's practice and bring it into your day-to-day life, what would that one thing be? Just one. As you inhale, come on up. You can sit on your shins. Thank you for contemplating with me today. Thank you for sweating with me today. Thank you for bringing the enthusiasm of you by my side today as well. Here's to the best day ever. Namaste.